Put a song on while I wait for a few people to show up. Let me see. Let's throw the link out here in case anybody jumps up. We're live on YouTube and Rumble, I believe. Let me find a song I can bump for a minute while I wait for people. Hey. Smoking on some berry pie. Into this Fibby shit. This is crazy. See what the new Fibby shit is. Where is it? I got a little bit of time before my kid gets off the bus. I'm gonna have to jump up when that happens. Get off of here, but hold up. Here we go. Nah, not Fibby Tales. It's, hang on. This shit just came. He put it up the other night. I didn't watch it. I just clicked it to save. I got like 150 tabs open. Hold up. There we go. I found it. All right, let's go over this crazy shit. Let's see. I fell asleep when I
bourbon
put it on.
and whatever cheap ass.
This is the new
Jeff Canarsie, named sharp as a blade, walking through shadows where legends are made.
No, he didn't.
Rat scatter, he don't play that game. Honor on his sleeve, blood pumps through the same.
Wait, he's got honor on his sleeve. This is real. This dude really makes this stuff.
Oh, he tried to chirp, thought he'd test the throne. Jeff shut it down, stone meeting stone. Streets got rules, ain't no time for snitches. Codes.
Streets got rules, ain't no time for snitches. When this dude literally is told on people and fucks with rats on the regular. He's having an estrogen overload, David James said. What up, Watcher?
So clean, no room for glitches. No rats, no breaks, no folding, no cap. Living by the code, no turning back. Italian honors.
So he can't be in his own show then? Did that just say Italian honor? Hang on.
No cap. Living by the code, no turning back. Italian honor is carved in his veins.
Italian honor is carved in his veins, but he has zero Italia in him.
Jeff stands tall while the world complains. Cement shoes waiting for loose lips to slip. Hope sworn over wine, every word legit. Family first, but respect the grind. Step out of line, he'll rearrange your spine. Merlino thought he ran the set. Jeff reminded him.
Wait a second. This dude's threatening Merlino. This dude is out of his mind. Jason, my man, God bless. Good to see you. Hope your holidays were good and all that. I haven't been around in a little bit.
Move the streets, respect. Whispers in the alleys, they all know the tale. Jeff, don't break, don't bend, don't fail. No rats, no breaks, no folding, no cap.
All right, I can't even do it anymore. I gotta fast forward past this music shit. It's crazy what he thinks. so delusional.
And welcome to whatever the hell this
Yes, David, he has zero shame.
is. I am Jeff Canarsie, former host of Mob Talk Radio. As many people know, Mob Talk Radio, for the most part, other than the paid platform, is finished. However, here's the thing.
Yeah, I caught that too, Tommy. It's fucking insanity.
I've sat back, I don't know, for the last couple of months now. I don't respond to really anything, but somebody sent me some clips. And so this is the best way for me to respond. And I think it's really the only way to sort of cap off what has been a prolific run, to say the least. And sort of the misnomer here right at the beginning is, I don't care what any of you trolls fucking think. I don't care what any of you thinks, because I'm sure this will be the hot topic of conversation. And the difference between me and all of you is...
All right, so he's right about that. He's usually the hot topic of conversation when he talks shit, because it's hilarious.
I actually knew the piece of shit.
Yeah, you knew him. You knew him. You stalked him. You picked up cigarette butts.
So that puts me well above your pay grade.
He's above your pay grade. Don't forget that. Because he has had Joey's DNA off of his cigarette butt shoved up his ass.
As it were. And so we're just going to let it fly. And wherever the shit...
Total disgracia.
It sticks, it sticks. And this is the only way I know how to do this.
Did you just hear the way he said do this? He's trying to sound like he grew up in New York like me or something. Listen to this.
And this is the only way I know how to do this.
This is the only way I know how to do this.
Because in the old days, this was my go-to. But now, this is how I'm going to end. So, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your cheesesteaks. Because today, we're going to dive headfirst in the gloriously absurd.
Wait, hold on to your cheesesteaks. I'm starting to think this is AI written already.
Cocaine.
You got them things framed, Jason. I was trying to make a little thumbnail real quick for this show before I did it, and I kept trying to make a thumbnail with Fibby praying to a giant Merlino poster with framed cigarette butts up all on the wall and shit, and it wouldn't do it. It wouldn't come up right. And I tried it on Grok on X instead, and Grok started laughing about it though. And the AI, it was making fun of Fibby and shit. It said, now that I understand what this is that I found, I could go over it with you later, but it was funny. I couldn't make it nonetheless, but anyway.
Field circus that is Joey Merlino. The man who has done more to embarrass the Philadelphia Mafia than anyone since Capone forgot to pay his electric bill. So gather around.
So wait, Capone forgetting to pay his electric bill did what to the Philly Mafia? How?
We are going to talk about the former boss of the Philadelphia Mafia, or as I like to call him, Dracula with a gambling problem, a cocaine habit, and a cheesesteak podcast.
Fibby's going to end up literally getting smacked in the mouth one day for talking lies about people, bro. Yeah, you can tell immediately when he's using B1 nailed it. You could tell immediately when he's using Chat GPT. There, you could tell this is ever since like the last, I don't know, few months, everything has been AI that this dude says. You can tell 100%, right? Is it just me? Now, well, obviously it's not, because B1 is right there with me. He thinks the same thing. Yeah, every vice a human being can have, David James said he tries to accuse homeboy of. He needs to raise up off your man. That's your man watcher. I fuck with Joey. Joey's good people, actually. I'm not even going to lie. I'm just going to keep it at that. I'm not going to talk about the man or nothing or get into no stories, but he's a good dude.
Yes, the man who once strutted around South.
Yeah, Watcher. That's some some ludicrous, outlandish shit, cocaine habit, blah, blah, blah. Total bullshit.
Philadelphia like a mob god.
Does he drink? Yeah, the man drinks.
Now lives like a cartoon vampire on caffeine and cocaine binges. And his ego is bigger than the Liberty Bell.
This is so chat GPT, it's not even funny.
This is the man who took the most feared criminal organization in Philadelphia, somehow turned it into a reality TV show starring a degenerate gambler who can't tell a cocaine line from a spaghetti noodle. And you know who I'm talking about. The guy who wears sequin jackets looking like Dracula after a cocaine binge. So strap in.
I honestly can't see Loman going to South Philly, period. I really can't. Like, dudes in Philly really don't like Loman. I don't know why he thinks he has all these friends in Philly. Like, people in Philly really don't like him like that. People fuck with the skinny guy in Philly. He's loved. Like, he gets a lot of love. He still does. He's a good dude. He's done a lot for his community. I mean, how many kids got Christmas presents and Thanksgiving dinners because of this man in Philly, and you're gonna act like people hate him? What the fuck is wrong with this guy? This guy is so retarded. How does it? I would be so embarrassed.
It's 2026, and it's time to level this motherfucker. The thing is, when it comes to this subject, nobody can talk about it better than me. Because Joey thinks he's running a mob family, or at least was until he got shit.
Nobody could talk about it better than him, like you said. Where the fuck? This is so fucking weird. Wait, what happened? They jailed you from James O'Keefe's channel? None of your messages. You mean like OG? You mean the real James O'Keefe channel? Are you talking about the Project Veritas shit that he has nothing to do with anymore? Jason said he moved because of the fallout. Yeah, he's well-respected Philly legend, like you said. Everybody respects Joey. He never ratted or did no scumbag shit, and he did a lot for a lot of people, period. Not just Italian kids or whatever, you know.
Shelved, but he spends more time on Instagram than planning hits. You didn't see him cry about losing his bets last week, did you? I thought the guy was supposed to be tough. You know, he tries to act intimidating but trips over his own trench coat while swinging a fake sword, cackling like Dracula.
This is so AI. It's like, who even would bother watching this guy's channel? It's literally just type in AI Fibby rant against Joey, and it'll literally be this. Oh, now you're good, honeybee. What's up? How you doing? God bless.
In a haunted house with cocaine glitter in his fucking hair. This man thinks he's feared, respected, and untouchable. And he's a walking punchline, a pale ghost of mafia competence, a cocaine-fueled Dracula whose only victims are his own dignity.
All right, this is too wordy for Fibby, first off. I'm going to tell you that there's probably going to be parts where he's going to fuck up at some point. Watch for him saying words but pronouncing them wrong, because this is definitely not written by him or spoken. This is not him.
Anybody who listens to his bullshit. But he is one of the biggest prolific men when it comes to betting on humanity's dumbest lottery. He's a degenerate gambler. And so let's start with the obvious. He's a gambling addict. And not in a cute, oh, I lost $20 at poker kind of way. This guy treats every bet like it's the fate of the fucking universe, and somehow the universe is always a sucker for him. So imagine this. Joey walks into a casino wearing a leather jacket 3 sizes too small, too tight, sneers.
Wait, first he's tripping over his jacket. Now he's wearing one 3 sizes too tight. Which one is it, Fibby?
The roulette wheel like it's personally insulted his mother.
He literally typed in like, give me Fibby roasting Joey Merlino. What would I say if I was roasting Joey? He literally typed that into ChatGTP or something.
And he
He's
bets not
starving
just
for
his
attention,
cash,
Jason. Starving for it.
not just the casino's cash, but the money from the armored truck heist he's planning next week. He's the type of guy who would bet your kid's college fund on a red 17 while doing a line of cocaine off a blackjack dealer's asshole and yelling, "This is the only way to prove I'm alive." And somehow,
I think making up lies is the only way to prove that Fibby's alive.
this train wreck degenerate who makes even the most reckless Wall Street guys look like a fucking monk.
I'm gonna get John Wolf on here to talk about the New Orleans, when down there in New Orleans when the Hurricane Katrina came through. So next time I do a full live stream when I got time, and we're gonna have John Wolf on here. It's gonna be great.
Became the boss of a mob family, only in America. And that's like hiring a chimpanzee with a flamethrower to run your nuclear power plant. Spoiler alert, it's not going to end well. And so you got to break it down. He's the most overhyped, underperforming gangster, degenerate gambler, drug-addled, married to a fucking snitch. That's the ultimate.
Wait, what is this now? Married to a snitch? Where did this come from all of a sudden?
Insult to mafia lore. But you people love it. New York City and Philadelphia gangsters talk shit about him behind his back all the time. And they're not whispering because they're nice. They're whispering because he embarrasses every single one of them. You know.
Bro, nobody's even thinking about the skinny guy. He's just doing his own thing. He's got a fucking successful business. People talk about, oh, it's not even in his name. Of course, why would it be in his name? I know I never had shit in my name. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know. Back in the day, I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah, if I was him and had shit and was, under the microscope as much as he is, I wouldn't have shit in my name either.
Now, the anywhere, anytime boss, it's nonsense. He needs an entourage of goons, retards,
Jason.
And degenerates to back him up. He wears sunglasses at night and has a spotlight just to survive.
I wear my sunglasses at night. Fibby is the sunglasses at night guy.
Or a deli. He's a Dracula in sneakers, pale, dramatic, full of ego, cocaine, and absolute delusion. Because he's not just a gambler. He's a full-blown cokehead. A human pinball bouncing off reality, like it's a suggestion rather than a fact. Court documents and press reports have always described him as a party-crazed, nightclub-obsessed, and fully willing to beat somebody up over a spilled drink while snorting cocaine
I don't even
off
know
some
if
hooker's
I keep
asshole.
listening to this. This is crazy.
So picture this. Joey's in a Philadelphia nightclub wearing sunglasses at 3 o'clock in the morning telling the bartender he's one of the greatest mafia minds alive, while the bouncer tries to explain the difference between civilized human interaction and a Molotov cocktail.
This is so corny.
And the mafia, they're somewhere in a dimly lit basement drinking whiskey, staring at the wall, whispering to each other, how the hell did we get a cokehead running our operation?
I'm fucking literally almost confused at how corny this is.
It's ridiculous and it's profane.
And how
Yet
repetitive.
Somehow he survived it all. The court cases, the indictments, the prison sentences, like a cockroach on crystal meth. Until the mafia threw him out on his ass. To think little Sniffy is his main squeeze now is even funnier.
Now he's got to talk about snuff.
How are them paw prints on your waist, Sniffy? How are them doing? And yes, the cherry on the cocaine poverty-filled sundae, Joey's married to a snitch. Yeah, he is. He's legally bound to that person.
This dude's
by who?
poverty.
The mafia, by mafia logic.
This dude
should be in witness protection or chewing gravel in the federal
prison.
prison.
Own anything?
And this is the equivalent of Tony Soprano dating an FBI agent. The mafia code exists for a reason. Loyalty, secrecy, discretion. And Joey, he shrugged and went, I like chaos and bring snacks and cocaine. The man who once was feared for violence, intimidation.
It's cocaine, 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 over and over and over, just accusing him of cocaine. Funny how, like, the rats on Joey's own cases, dudes like Bobby fucking Luisi, who were cocaine users, fucking never said that he never even wanted to hear the word cocaine. First off, that is what Bobby Luisi supposedly said. That he couldn't even bring it up around him. So, like, let's be real, like, this is so crazy. Yeah, he's just mad that Joey doesn't like him, be 100%.
And calculating hits. Now takes weekly trips to the grocery store with a snitch, holding hands while the ghosts of dead gangsters weep softly in the distance.
I don't even know where this...
And it's become a public spectacle. Embarrassment on repeat. Because he just didn't embarrass the mafia once. He did it publicly and repeatedly. And with a flair worthy of Broadway. So let's add some highlights. Gambling away cash while under FBI surveillance. Publicly being arrested in high-profile cases while smiling like a fucking moron. Flaunting wealth he didn't even have.
Hey, Sybil's in the house. What's up, Sybil? God bless. Good to see you.
Just to keep up his media appearance. Launching a cheesesteak shop and a podcast because nothing screams mob retirement like selling sandwiches and sharing opinions on podcasts. And every time he appears in public, it's a circus of coke-fueled bravado, ridiculous haircuts, an ego the size of South Philadelphia. In the mafia, they're sobbing into their cannolis. And what about his wealth, right? Because that's a big thing, right? He's closer to welfare than most of you would ever know.
Maureen, what's up, Maureen? Good to see you. Glad to see you here. God bless.
Nothing. The cars given to him to drive. The watches and clothes given to him on consignment. And people are still pissed he hasn't paid them for those things. That restaurant wasn't his. It was owned by somebody else. And Joey sold it underneath of him behind his back. His name.
Because what's he supposed to do? He's supposed to have it all, everything in his own name, right? So it can all be under the scrutiny of the fucking feds for no reason.
It was Wayne Kreisberg, by the way. Oh, and those cheesesteaks? He doesn't own any of that. Somebody else does. Everything you see is smoke and mirrors. And so we have to get creative because Joey's life really, truly reads like an...
Because who looks like they live a life and walk around like a bum? Joey Merlino or Fibby? Come on here.
Absurdist comic book.
Worst part is Fibby comes from money. Like, his grandfather left him money and everything else, and he's still has nothing. And he's got the nerve to talk shit about Merlino. He's out of his mind.
Imagine him in a crap game betting on on not just chips, but someone else's soul, screaming, I'll double down on heart attacks and Angelo Lutz's foreskin soup.
Wait, what did he just say? Did I miss that? Hang on.
And so we have to get creative because Joey's life really, truly reads like an absurdist comic book. Imagine him in a crap game betting on
Exactly, Jason. Exactly. He couldn't even have sold it if he wanted to. Fact.
On not just chips, but someone else's soul, screaming, I'll double down on heart attacks and Angelo Lutz's foreskin soup.
So now he's talking about Angelo Lutz out of New Jersey. He's talking about this dude now. For what? I thought Angelo Lutz liked you, Fibby. I thought he was your buddy.
Picture him live streaming a mafia strategy meeting with a little Sniffy sitting on his lap. Halfway through, he's arguing with a parrot about who's cheating at the game. Imagine him showing up at a gangster wedding wearing a sequin jacket announcing, I'm the former boss of the Philadelphia Mafia, but tonight, I'm just Joey, the guy who may or may not owe money who may or may not owe.
There you go right there. He just fucked up while he was reading.
Money to half of Atlantic City.
He's going to do that about 10
Or I don't know, him
more.
flipping a roulette wheel at a barbershop yelling, I'm not losing. The universe is just miscalculating.
What is he doing?
So let's cut the bullshit.
Who would embarrass himself?
Joey Merlino's a degenerate gambler who bets could make Vegas casinos blush. And take a tip here, folks. Anything he says to bet on, do the complete opposite and you'll win every time.
That's funny because he's actually, I don't know if anybody followed any of Joey's shit. Like, I used to have his Patreon or whatever. Most of the stuff the dude tells you to bet on actually is winners from what I've been watching. From him and Snuff, they give like free picks, locks of the week, all that. They're not bad, to be perfectly honest. But Fibby don't really gamble, so he wouldn't even know that.
He's a cocaine-addicted disaster who couldn't sit through a board meeting without hallucinating a mob war or trying to find out how to keep his mixed-race, same-sex relationships a secret. Oh, yeah, that's a big one, isn't it?
Now he's accusing him of being a gay, a mixed-race homosexual.
He's also married to somebody who testified and put somebody in prison, which is an insult to every mafia code the mafia ever held sacred. He's a walking, talking embarrassment, turning one of the most feared criminal organizations into a tragic comic sideshow. And he's the poster child for everything that can go wrong when ego addiction and absolute stupidity collide at once. A man who could take an empire and in 5 years make it look like a crazy uncle's backyard barbecue with firecrackers, fake money, raccoons high on meth, and a
This dude can't even speak. Firecrackers.
walk-in STD test. And the most absurd part about all of that is he's still out there alive, married, gambling, podcasting, and somehow managing to be a caricature of every bad decision imaginable. And all the while, the mafia shakes its collective heads and mutters, we really fucked this one up. And that's right. New York has got to own this one. You allowed it?
New York's got to own this one? Whatever gay neighborhood you live in's got to own you in New York City. That's what's got to own you. Wherever you're living in Pierre's closet.
You allowed Lucifer to snort, suck, and swallow without doing what needed to be done. You have to own the joke that it's become. Now, let's get this straight. Joey Merlino is not a friend to anybody. And I don't mean, some people don't like him. I mean, his own reflection probably.
Yeah, I called it right from the beginning. So did B1, Honeybee. You could tell 100% this is him reading some AI slop.
He filed a restraining order against him. And the Philadelphia mob whispering in the corners, mocking him, backstabbing him, laughing at his cocaine-fueled tantrums, secretly counting the minutes before he screws up again. And New York City gangsters treat him like a walking joke in fucking sunglasses, a man who needs 3 goons in a spotlight just to walk down the street. And having allies outside of the mob flee the room faster than a raccoon seeing a flashlight. And they don't trust him. They don't even like him. They don't want anything to do with it.
You notice all the metaphors he keeps putting in there, like a raccoon seeing a flashlight, and it's crazy. Fibby's looking to leave New York City. I hope he does. I don't even want him in my state, period.
And so every time Joey joins forces with somebody, it's like a temporary alliance between a vampire and a raccoon on a garbage can. Chaotic, pointless, and likely to end in someone losing a limb or their own dignity. And it's a running gag. He shows up at dinner with his supposed friends. Everybody smiles politely while silently thinking, God, I hope he doesn't trip on the whore's divorce and take out the chandelier. Public humiliation included every handshake, every laugh, every nod is theatric. Nobody genuinely respects him. Nobody genuinely likes him. And he's...
Sounds more like he's describing himself.
An island of ego surrounded by a sea of side eyes, back talk, and whispered bets on his next humiliation. And he thinks he's a friend, a boss, a godfather. But he's a one-man carnival of betrayal, a Dracula in leather, and the only thing loyal to him is the mirror that shows him how ridiculous he looks. And in short, he's friendly.
I already checked the comments too. You know they're turned off, Jason, for sure. You can't interact with none of Fibby's fucking uh none of his shit.
Trustless,
None of his content.
and a living warning to anybody who thinks charisma alone can make up for cocaine, ego, and bad life choices. And the mafia, the real mafia, not whatever Hollywood cosplay Joey thinks he's running, is built on roles. It's built on respect and quiet competence. There's a code: loyalty, honor, discretion, and above all, knowing when to shut your fucking mouth. And Joey, he spit on all of it like a coke-fueled Dracula swatting flies at a wedding.
What is with this Dracula? Because he made up this little thumbnail he's got here. So, you know, he fed this into Chat GPT, told it, you know, this is going to be my basis and blah, blah, blah. And it just keeps repeating this bullshit.
Loyalty with him? Oh, that's optional.
Yeah, exactly. Can't keep friends. He's had the same friends since he was a kid, Jason. 100%.
Married to a snitch and somehow thought that that was okay. Not just disloyal, but that's shoving the family honor into a blender of hitting Frappy. In respect, listen. He flaunts his ego publicly, does interviews, sells cheesesteaks, hosts podcasts, all while pretending.
Yeah, he works. It's called work, Fibby. You should try it sometime.
He's just a feared mob boss. And the New York City mob, they're laughing at him like he's a joke. He's a joke. And he treats decades of mafia heritage like a napkin for his cocaine lines. Every public appearance, every failed gamble, every nightclub meltdown is a ceremonial split from the face of the organization that created the culture that he now mocks openly.
New York City does.
And every time he walks into
I think he lives in whatever that little gay area is. I forget what it's called there, where it's all gays.
The room, Dracula Joey is holding up his ego like a goblet, spilling shame and chaos everywhere, and everyone else in the mob is muttering, "We built an empire," and he's using it as a stage for his circus. And he's not just embarrassing himself. He's insulting the entire institution of organized crime, disrespecting men who have spent their lives in the shadows, proving that a loudmouth with cocaine and goons is not a godfather. He's a clown with a cape. And he just doesn't break the rules. He eats the fucking rule book and he shits it out into sequins and posts a selfie holding it like a goddamn trophy.
This is
the mafia
so
code
bad.
is not dead, folks. It's just lying on the floor laughing at him.
This is so bad.
He spit on the face of his own men, the face of organized crime itself, and somehow convinces himself that the world should bow to his ego while carrying a tray of cheesesteaks, lines of cocaine, some bourbon, and whatever cheap-ass liquor he can steal.
Okay, Sybil, you could be right. I thought he lived in the little gay part of New York City. I could be wrong, but
when the bartender isn't looking. And here's the part that boggles the minds of the people.
I'm not trying to dox him either, by the way, for everybody out there. Just so you know, that's not my thing. I really could give a fuck less where Fibby is. Not like I'm like dying to smack the shit out of him personally. So
the mafia, an organization built on fear, respect, and punishment, somehow lets this prick still walk around like he owns the place. I mean, really.
I just think he's a total lolcow. I mean, even I asked AI what they thought, and they literally basically said, yeah, this is a lolcow.
What kind of system is that? And think about it. Married a snitch, publicly embarrasses his crew, flaunted cocaine binges, gambled away fortunes, launched podcasts, sold cheesesteaks, and strutted through New York City.
Wow, this shit. This is why what I consider, I thought it was like the Lower East Side in Manhattan somewhere. I don't know. Or maybe not the Lower East Side. I don't know. There's spots in Manhattan, I think, that are gay. I don't know. I can't tell you for sure. I don't fucking go to gay neighborhoods or whatever they're called, but
like Dracula on a goddamn parade float.
No, I know, Sybil. I get it. I wasn't saying you're doxing either.
And what is the mafia doing about that? Apparently, nothing. Nada. Zip. Zilch. You'd expect a quiet, discreet lesson. Maybe a smashed car, a broken kneecap.
Listen, this dude is egging it on. He wants somebody who's like in the streets to like go after Joey so bad. He wants like somebody to do something to Joey so bad.
Oh, a fire
He's trying to like will it into fucking existence. He's such a weirdo.
bombed restaurant. Or maybe a don't do that again kind of reminder. Instead, he continues to show up with goons, sequins, and cameras, acting like he's untouchable while turning decades of honor into a public fucking circus act. You can almost hear the New York and Philadelphia gangsters whispering over a fucking drink of scotch. Do we let him keep doing this? I mean, he's making us look like a bunch of fucking clowns at a Halloween parade. Yeah, I guess we'll see if the cocaine wears off before he trips over the chandelier, little Snuff's 2-inch dick. I don't get it. The mafia has rules, codes, traditions. They built on an empire of fear. This fucking guy, he's been shitting all over them for decades. And nobody else, cut the shit, Dracula. Nobody sends him a one-way ticket to the butcher or to a funeral home. And it's absurd, and it's almost borderline hilarious at this point. It's a crime against common sense, respect, and Italian-American mafia aesthetic. Merlino is...
Nah, honeybee, we all know Gene won't even show up where he is. We all know he already sent his fat little friend or whatever who got punched in his face by random passerbys. So
basically living a cocaine-addled comedy sketch, and somehow the people who are supposed to be the most disciplined, the most ruthless, and the most feared men in this country shrug off and let him keep doing it.
Oh, shit.
They just let him keep doing it. He's the man who made the mafia look like a fucking clown troupe. And yet somehow he's still walking around making speeches, selling sandwiches, and laughing at the legacy that only provided him the ability he has. I mean, seriously, how do you tolerate this? How do you let Dracula with sequenced cocaine and a podcast make a mockery of decades of tradition and blood?
It's just repetitive over and over.
Or are we
and over.
taking bets on how long it takes before someone trips over his ego and falls into a fucking fountain? At what point do you hold tradition and honor above this bullshit? But listen, Joey doesn't travel alone. And if you thought I was going to leave out little ass...
I know he had a giant Joey Merlino like poster, like life-size poster or some shit in his room.
Swipe, you were wrong. Oh no, he doesn't travel alone. Every wannabe kingpin, every wannabe Dracula needs a loyal minion. And with Joey as a short...
Imagine having a dude's poster on your wall, a huge one, and making a whole episode about them lying about him now. Like, because they didn't say that they're down with you or some weird shit.
Fat, drug-addled sidekick who thinks he's the muscle of the universe. Picture this, a man barely reaching Joey's elbow, wearing a stained white t-shirt, sweating like a fucking snowman in hell, holding a gun he can barely lift, and yet somehow thinks he's untouchable. You're not. And what about those little drug habits? Check.
This, like,
cocaine, check. Pills, check. Heroin, check.
What a weird.
Who knows what else? He's fueled by paranoia, ego, and blood sugar spikes, a little short, fat fuck.
You know what? I actually hope that Merlino, whoever does Merlino's podcast, sues Fibby for defamation for this, like for big money. That shit would be hilarious. Just, I don't think people like these types of lolcows, they deserve like to be able to just pay their bills. Even they should be on the streets. The Cyraxes, the Fibbies, the people who just can't stop.
And threats, he makes them constantly to anybody that's in an earshot. But he ran. Oh, he ran when he was in Little Italy, didn't he? Yeah. He did.
Who,
And I can only
Jimmy
imagine with
Barello
the South
ran?
Philly guys, because I know a
Not
lot of them
Joey.
don't
What
like
is he?
him.
This dude is the
They're like,
worst.
oh, look, the tiny tyrant. He's
Yeah,
threatening
I
the
didn't do it.
bartender
It was
again because he
AI.
thinks he's fucking
That's what they'll be
untouchable.
yelling on
Yeah, and he
EV.
just snorted half the dessert tray. How professional. It's like Joey walks into a fucking wherever, and he walks in like a vampiric godfather, and his sidekick
There we go again. Vampiric Godfather. So repetitive.
waddles behind him, swinging his fists, muttering, I'll fucking kill you, I'll fucking kill you. And everybody in the room goes, yeah, buddy, you'll fucking kill. Your credibility first. And his little
I'm
fat
embarrassed
sidekick
for
Sniffy
him
trips
right
over
now.
goons, spills drinks, steals Joey's cocaine, and still manages to look like the baddest guy in the room, at least in his own fucking imagination. And this is the part of the mob where Joey Merlino's sidekick thinks he's the muscle of the universe. He's not. He's a human Molotov cocktail, all fire, no impact, and the explosion mostly hits himself in the fucking face. Every public appearance with Joey becomes a two-man circus act. Dracula, Joey strutting
Yeah,
him like he's
Doug, for
untouchable, and
sure.
Tiny
No
Tits
question. Like if Joey was like the type to sue people and shit, like he would have been in court already. Like this is like crazy slander, but
Tyrant, flailing like a fucking raccoon hopped up on meth, waving imaginary authority while his bitch tits wiggle in the air. And the real punishment here is
this dude's talking like he's in some type of physical shape. Like, Fibby, you're a fat, like weird looking dude, bro. What are you talking about?
not dying. It's living long enough to realize that the world stopped giving a fuck a long time ago. And you're still talking, both of you, like it hasn't. So I penned an open letter to the mafia, and I'm going to read it.
Wait a second. What part? What did he say? I penned an open letter to the mafia, and I'm gonna. Wow. Imagine thinking like you have like I can't. I'm not even gonna get into it.
Dear Mafia,
This isn't 1980, bro.
we need to talk. Yeah, I know it's awkward. You've got rules, codes, honor, loyalty. And here I am, just some nobody, some poor schmuck writing to you about the clown show that is Joey Dracula Merlino and Bitch Tits Perry. But seriously, somebody has to say what I'm about to say. It's time for Merlino to end. And I don't mean a quiet retirement in Boca kind of end.
Oh, listen to this.
I mean, he and his short, fat, drug-addled sidekick need to go on a permanent vacation.
Yo, this dude is literally saying basically that somebody should whack Merlino right now. He's out of his fucking. I think this part is an AI. The last like 2, 3, 4 sentences sounded like they genuinely came from Fibby. This is some lost his mind, scary shit.
Preferably to a place without poker tables, cocktail servers, or microphones for podcasts. You know, let them just have the coke, meth, and their hands in each other's pants. Some deserted island where they can fornicate like two lovers. And they know they are. Sandpaper and dildos for both of them. However, I'll let you figure out which one of them is the power top and which one is the power bottom. And let's be honest. These two have ruined the tradition of organized crime. The mystique gone, the respect gone, the terror. Now it's laughable. You used to command fear with quiet competence
up,
and subtle
Richie?
menace. Merlino, he commands attention by wearing sequins, doing cocaine off toothless South Philadelphia whores' assholes, and yelling like Dracula auditioning for South Philly's Got Talent, the mob edition.
1,000% he straight up fed post MB1. That's what I was getting at.
And the short, fat sidekick, what a gem.
My man, Coltrane, God bless. Good to see you, my man.
What a gem. A little boy who waddles behind Joey, waving imaginary authority, threatening bartenders, club owners, and pigeons. Anybody who dares exist near him, fueled by paranoia and powder of unknown origin. And together they are a disaster. And leather jackets, a two-man circus who can make the Godfather weep softly into his fucking cannoli. And now here's the part that really boggles the mind. They just keep talking, shit talking, constantly.
I got to get off in a minute because my kid's getting off the bus in a few minutes. I got to go out there. But I got like 2 minutes left. I might do another live later tonight, though, on something totally different. No Fibby, though. Jeez, this is too much Fibby already.
Joey opens
It's all
his mouth like
Fibby
he's
AI.
drunk.
It's like AI Fibby. Who the hell would listen to AI Fibby? Fibby is funny enough, like when it's just Fibby, then it's funny with his lies and his made up shit and how crazy he gets. But AI Fibby is kind of dudded. It's kind of a dud. I think it's gonna die out. Even Fibby Tales, Fibby Tales Forever can't keep this going with this shit. This is a dud.
Dropping divine wisdom while the world collectively laughs and rolls its eyes. Podcasts, interviews, I'm untouchable. Speeches, cheesesteaks, I could go anywhere. Every word is a mockery of the code, the family, and everybody with an IQ over 20, but not beyond 50. Because let's be honest, you got to be slow to even understand him. The motherfucker can't even operate his fucking speak and spell. And so here's the deal, Mafia. It's time to put Dracula and bitch tits Doughboy out to the pasture. Joey and his waddling Molotov cocktail.
Time to put them out to the pasture. Like, yo, he's saying a lot of wild shit, though. So, yo, anyway, now that we got to hear Fibby threaten the life of Joey Merlino, basically, and try to get people to murder him with this insane rant he went on today, I'll catch you guys later, hopefully. Hopefully, you guys will be around because I'm going to probably do another live late tonight. But, God bless. Thanks for stopping in and saying what's up, everybody. Yeah, he's been trying to gaslight somebody for sure, Richie, against the skinny guy on some super weirdo shit too. The first like half hour, 40 minutes was just all AI. Most of it's all AI, you could tell. But he was definitely trying to gas up some people. Some weird shit. But I gotta go get my daughter off the bus. Yeah, I've been following. It's nuts, brother. Nuts, bro. But we'll talk about that later for sure too, Coach Rain. I'd like to remind me of that. But yo, like I always say, Christ is King. God bless. Be safe out there and be well. And hopefully I'll catch you guys later when I jump back on here. So peace out. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Be fruity and multiply. Don't be fruity and blow a guy.